Hi once again, everyone. It's 21 News Chief Meteorologist Eric Wilhelm here with Weather for Weather Geeks. It's my daily long-form video in which we talk at length about what has happened, what's happening now, what will happen in the future, and if you're new to this video, I've actually been doing these for something like almost 6 years now. This is my opportunity to really kind of expand upon the weather in a way I can never do on TV because of time limitations. I have unlimited time in this video, and that's sometimes a dangerous thing. Sometimes I talk too long, I think. But hopefully you get a kick out of these videos and find them to be fun and informative. And what was fun today was it felt pretty nice outside. We got up into the upper 50s to around 60. And as of 6:55 this evening, the temperature is 16 degrees warmer than this same time yesterday. And the temperature did overachieve today. We had 55 in the forecast. It got up to 60 with some bonus sunshine for the midday and early afternoon today. If we didn't have that sun, our forecast probably would have been okay. Forecast worked out a little bit better off to the west, but we had enough sneaky sunshine in here that it allowed the temperature at the airport to get up to 60 this afternoon. One of just a handful of days in which we've been that warm so far in 2019. All right, on today's day, this is kind of a red letter day in weather history, not only here locally, but across a lot of the eastern U.S. This is the 26-year anniversary of the storm of the century, if you will, from March 12th to the 13th, 1993. Here in Youngstown, on March 13th, we had 14.7 inches of snow from midnight to midnight, a storm total of about 15, picked up a little before midnight from the 12th into the 13th. This was the third greatest snowfall total for one calendar day on record in Youngstown. We haven't really even been that close to this number. We had a storm back in 2010 that gave us about 11 during a calendar day, but 14.7, that's a record that definitely is going to be hard to achieve very often around here. A lot of times we're not in the sweet spot for that kind of a dumping of snow all in one day. If we're going to get that amount of snow, it's usually over a couple of consecutive calendar days. Anyway, here's a look at the storm history from that 1993 storm of the century. Pittsburgh had about 2 feet, almost exactly 2 feet, in fact. Places like Altoona, State College, Williamsport, Rochester, heading over towards Albany, 20 to 30 inch amounts were common across the spine of the Appalachians here. Really high elevations through here, it gets up to 2,500, 3,000 feet in this zone across the Panhandle of Maryland, up into far southern PA near the PA Turnpike. 30 inches plus worth of snow was fairly common with our superstorm or storm of the century back in 1993. Now, ironically enough, we have a very similar storm in terms of the strength, the magnitude of that 1993 storm today. It's not over the eastern U.S., though. This is out west. This has set pressure records. It's created wind gusts of close to 100 miles per hour in some parts of Colorado today. And that, of course, accompanied by snow means no doubt blizzard conditions, and airports have been closed, travel's been crippled, especially in Colorado, parts of southern and eastern Wyoming, up into parts of the Dakotas and far western Nebraska as well. This is just a meteorological marvel to look at on our modern satellite technology. We get these images now very, very frequently, much more frequently than in past generations of satellites. Makes for tremendous animations, and it's just beautiful. Now, it's extremely dangerous, but a lot of our most dangerous storms are also just stunning to look at with modern weather technology. And this system is pulling out into Kansas this evening. The snow will taper off along the front range of the Rockies, and as this pulls east, it will transition into more of a severe weather threat for parts of the Midwest, parts of the Ohio Valley eventually, as well as we go through the end of the week. Now, back here closer to home, we had a couple of sprinkles, a couple of random raindrops earlier. A lot of this green did not reach the ground, but a couple of sprinkles did. Overall, it was a pretty cloudy end of the afternoon after a pretty nice midday and early afternoon today. And at the start of the day, thanks to everyone who sent us some pictures of that stunning sunrise we had across the valley this morning. We had a lot of people send us pictures on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. Facebook's been down since like 2 o'clock this afternoon, so have not posted anything on Facebook all afternoon today. Hopefully that comes back up this evening. But if you want to send us any weather pictures in the future, you can do it on the Storm Tracker 21 app. If you open the app, there's a section called Photos. If you scroll down a little bit, you can submit them right there on the app. Or you could send them, you could email them to weatherpics, P-I-C-S, at WFMJ All right, so our Thursday. Wow, what a day is this? This is going to be. I think we'll see some sun. I think showers are going to be pretty few and far between during the daylight hours. Maybe there's a quick band of showers before the end of the morning, but I think that's it during the daylight hours. And that means temperatures will be off to the races. Showers and even some thunder becoming more likely after sunset Thursday evening, up through about 9, 10, 11 o'clock. That's going to be the wettest part of the whole day, I think, 9, 10, 11 o'clock tomorrow evening. So here's a look at our hourly rain chance breakdown. Again, notice during the daylight hours, those rain chances really don't go above 30, 40%. So we're not looking for much rain during the day tomorrow. All right, as far as the severe weather risk, in the yellow area, that's where the Storm Prediction Center has a slight risk. That's kind of one of the middle categories when we talk about severe weather risks. There could be some damaging wind gusts, and perhaps even an isolated tornado is something that can't totally be ruled out from the southern tier of Michigan down through parts of Indiana, western Ohio, into Kentucky as well. Now, in our part of Ohio, in western PA, the severe weather risk is quite a bit lower because that band will be coming through at an unfavorable time of the day after sunset, and the atmospheric dynamics just aren't as favorable overall for severe weather around here. Now, that being said, yeah, there could be some thunder and some gusty winds at times for your Thursday evening. Now, as far as how much rain to expect with our cold front heading our way, I think it's generally a half an inch or less. Quarter of an inch to half an inch, I think, will be a pretty good average. All right, math nerds, it's your day. On Thursday, it's Pi Day, of course, March 14th or 3/14. And this will be our warmest day since October 11th. I've taken our high temperature up to 69 degrees at 3:14 in the afternoon. It'll probably be 66, 67. But yeah, again, largely dry tomorrow. And we hit 70 back on October 11th, and this will be the warmest day since then. Two cold fronts. The first one brings us the showers and perhaps storms in the evening. Then we're in between fronts as Friday gets underway. I think as Friday starts, the sun will probably be out for a while, and it'll still be fairly mild. We'll probably bounce up into the mid-50s before the second front rolls through, and that'll put an end to any warm-up on Friday. Temperatures will probably fall in the afternoon, maybe some showers with an upper-level disturbance pivoting through late in the afternoon into the evening, and yeah, I think it'll be cold enough for maybe a couple of snowflakes late Friday night and into Saturday. It's just kind of back to the winter blahs over the weekend with clouds on Saturday and temperatures struggling up to 37. Will be a little sunnier, I think, on Sunday, but it'll be fairly ineffective sunshine, still a handful of degrees below average. Same story Monday, and a slow recovery for the middle of next week. Don't forget, St. Patrick's Day is coming up on Sunday. Here's a first look at our St. Patty's Day forecast. It's going to be a chilly one, starting out in the upper 20s in the morning, the mid-20s in many spots, and then no higher than about 39, 40 degrees for the afternoon. So if you are partaking in any St. Patrick's Day festivities, whether it be Saturday night or Sunday, you're going to need to bundle up, but we don't have much impactful weather coming our way this weekend other than the cold. I'm still pretty optimistic, though, that the longer range will bring some good things. Here's the 8 to 14 day outlook. I showed you this last night as well. And the darker the oranges are, the higher confidence we have that it will be warmer than average. And yeah, looking pretty good at the end of March. I think we'll see a lot of highs in the 50s and 60s during the last week or so of March. Is winter done? Someone asked me on over email today, can I take the blade off my plow? Can we start forgetting about having to plow any snow? I said I'm 90% confident that, yeah, accumulating impactful snow is probably done, but I wouldn't want to put it 100% just yet. We live in Northeast Ohio, Western PA, and today's only the 13th day of March. It would be pretty gutsy to make the call this early that we'd be done plowing and shoveling snow. 90% sure we're probably there, but I wouldn't put money on it just yet because it's early in the season, and as you know, we can see some snow into April, even if the pattern is looking fairly favorable for mild weather at the end of March and early April. Thanks for watching Weather for Weather Geeks tonight. I'll see you back here on Thursday evening.